Welp.
Yep.
Here we are.
This is
Man, you know this is a good sign when you
Yeah.
tune into a podcast and it starts out with a disclaimer.
So I fucked up this time. So I did my configuration differently than I normally do, and it shows because Audacity, and for me it's very hard to see, was like, no, we're gonna use you're gonna use the microphone on this laptop and not your nice microphones or that sound good.
Good old internal mic. Yeah.
So yes, this episode is recorded using the internal mic in my laptop.
Yeah.
So the sound quality is awful.
Yeah. We're going to do what we can with it.
Yeah.
I still think there's good content in it.
Yeah. But it sounds pretty bad.
It does sound bad.
If you please give it a go. I feel like we have some good content, but yeah, it's not our normal audio quality. I goofed up. I'm sorry.
It happens. I've done it probably a billion times.
So sorry. Hope you still enjoy it.
Yeah. And if you don't, then there's some other episodes that we did that were recorded well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And are also funny. But I do think this one's funny. Actually, I think that in the absence of Miller, Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue,
It's completely to blame for this.
he cursed our audio.
Yep.
Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week. We're three old guys talk about old games. This week, still sticking to whatever on the SNES, whatever. I was scrolling through a big list, and I'd never heard of this game, and it stood out to me, and I was like, hey, Dave, let's do this game.
And I was like, okay.
It was perfect. That was a very good impression of exactly how you were when I said that.
Sure, sounds good.
You were on fleek with your impression of yourself.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, in order to bring this game to life, we had to reach out and draw in Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue, because he's a big fan of this game.
He is the biggest Ardy Lightfoot fan that I know.
Biggest crazy about Ardy Lightfoot.
Biggest Ardy boner ever.
Exclusively eats at Arby's because it sounds like Ardy.
Yes. Go to that old Arby's joke again, are we?
Yep. I think that's why the game stood out to me. I was like, hey, that looks like Arby's. That's the funniest restaurant name, and it's almost in a game.
Let's make that a reoccurring joke. I think that's a strong one to lead on.
Well, before we get to all the Ardy Lightfoot Arby's goodness,
Yeah.
Lord Mike has brought us so much stuff. So much foods.
It rivals Matt's fat package.
Yeah. So half of it is a Christmas present, but I think since he's here, we should delve into that. But he also brought us a bevy of spicy chips.
Okay. I love it.
I think that's what you call a pack of spicy chips, a bevy. They travel in a bevy.
I think you're right. I read that. I get word a day from dictionary.com, and that was on there.
I spent a whole day one time just looking up the names of animals just to see which ones amused me the most.
Which one amused you the most?
Oh, God, what was it? I mean, Megan and I laughed forever about...
Armadillo.
It wasn't armadillo. It was a business of ferrets. That made us laugh. Because Meg was like, I just imagine a bunch of ferrets and business outfits.
They do run a tight business.
Ferretdom.
You know, their board of directors are really tough. Ferrets.
All right. Well, what do we want to try first here out of the spicy chip pile?
I don't know what we got.
You have Takis Nitro. You have Takis Zombie.
Yeah, I've never seen those before.
Exclusive?
Zombie.
Alright.
And just like, and the way Takis look, like It could be like dead pinkies. You don't know.
These are Blair's Death Rain.
These next two I'm excited about.
Blair's Death Rain.
I'm not sure how to say that word.
What is it? I don't know.
Peppers.
Something pepper.
Alokio pepper?
And then Blair's Death Rain Habanero pepper.
Look, yes,
Never
that's
heard of
good.
This one is rated WTF question mark exclamation mark.
That's a rating system we can understand. Okay.
And then the habanero is rated OMG.
Man, they're really going for the internet crowd, huh? Or I guess now it's just the texting crowd. Just regular people. They're just going for regular people.
From what I could find online, that one, the funny word that I can't say, is supposed to be the hottest chip. So I would suggest
You a
saving
lead?
that one for.
Save it for last?
Finish.
Yeah, what? Okay, so the thermometer says WTF and has flames coming out of it on the Alokia pepper, and the OMG does not have flames coming out of it. So yeah.
Okay,
So this one's
And it's a smaller bag.
Yeah.
The chips are more concentrated in a smaller bag.
Yeah. Okay, so this one's last. So we're gonna go in order of what we think is the mildest to the hottest.
I think zombies are probably going to be the mildest.
Okay.
Although what green fire burns hotter than red fire.
Zombie is habanero and cucumber. And nitro.
That was a Nicole face Dave just
That sounds
made.
gross.
Nitro is habanero and lime.
Yeah, probably on the same level. You
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
'Cause lime is kind of cooling, and cucumbers definitely.
Yeah.
So cucumber's
I feel-
probably the mildest.
It's cucumber.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, those chips are downright cucumbers.
Bringing it back.
All right. So, zombie.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is all y'all, by the way.
No, you don't want anything?
No, you gotta eat
No.
some.
Are they-
Are you kidding?
They are
Me and hot
green.
stuff.
Oh, come
Me and
on.
hot stuff.
Come on,
No.
man. Not even these? Not even the green zombie pinkies?
Nope. I had Taco John's earlier, and I had barbecue,
Me too.
and I was bubble gutting after that.
These are incredibly sour.
You think they're sour?
Yeah.
Well, they are zombies.
They look like they're filled with something. This biting into it makes me not feel good about eating it because it looks very strange.
Maybe you got a bad one? Mine doesn't. I don't
didn't-
think mine has anything
I
inside.
didn't check the expiration date.
Because mine looks like it's filled with yellow stuff.
Oh, no,
Wait.
I got this. Too.
Okay.
What is today?
The 15th.
Oh yeah, you're good. They expire tomorrow.
Okay.
Is that a Best Buy date, or is that just
The day this podcast releases, these are expired. All right,
my favorite chips are the ones that go by podcast release dates.
more zombie. Next one.
I like the zombie. I do. I think that was good. So I'll pull this over to the side. Maybe you're crunching later on if you need.
All right. So Takis Nitro.
I feel like we've had nitro before.
See, I thought we had the Fuego before.
Fuego is hot chili pepper and lime. So nitro is habanero and lime.
Habanero and lime.
I'm really getting more of a corn taste than I am anything else. I didn't get that with the zombies.
So these are essentially rolled up Doritos, like a Dorito that's been rolled up like a cigarette,
Yep.
and then
Cigaritos.
yeah, and then dipped into just lime apparently over and over again.
Yeah, I'm getting some heat,
Oh, these have heat ratings on them too.
so I will compare it to the kettle cooked jalapeno. And I don't think these are as spicy as those.
Really?
These are supposed to. They both say very hot.
They definitely have more spice on them. Like there's definitely more like
That's true, yeah.
little bits of.
There's
things
stuff to
on
get
it.
on your finger, a lot of stuff to
Yeah.
get on your fingers.
Which is I think what made me think of Doritos. Because you always have that orange
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, so these two are. If you want to put this in the show notes, there is a wonderful grocery store in Cincinnati called
Yeah.
Jungle Gyms.
That's just a thing that kids play on.
Yeah. They sell hot sauce in the back
Hey kid,
under the monkey bars.
we're gonna get the chips.
It's there's 2 locations apparently because there's the original one and the secondary one that I went to, but it's a 4.5, 5 acre grocery store.
What?
And
Do you get like a golf cart?
I heard a lot of stuff about the place, but I never went.
it's they do store tours. I mean, there's a picture, and I can send it to you later, that they have a premium case of hot sauce that there's an entire section of the store devoted to just hot sauce. And so in that case, it was $1,699 for the hot sauce. And it was some kind of special edition, limited run, autograph, something or another. But yeah, $1,700 for hot sauce.
Do people get around like in tubes? Like at the bank? Pneumatic tubes?
It was like
Like you punch in the number on the grid where it's like, okay, hot sauce is B19.
not like Wally where they're riding around in the moped.
Yeah, on their hovers.
Yeah, there's so much food. But anyway, the hot sauce area for this store is the size. Nobody that's been to TADPOG Nance is going to catch this reference.
Just rub it in. Just rub it in to everyone listening.
About
Taunt Adam Long about
Oh
how
man,
you're
you
here.
guys have no idea how big it is here. Where I'm recording right now.
the size of this room doubled of nothing but hot sauces, hot salsa, gift packs. They had adult-oriented hot sauce.
Adult diapers for the people who ate all the hot sauce.
How do you mean adult oriented?
I thought maybe it was
Titties and dicks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly.
Titties and Dick's brand hot sauce.
In my mind, I'm going in with adult oriented is going to be liquor, something. It's going to be alcohol, like alcohol involved hot sauce.
Okay, I guess
That makes more sense,
Yeah.
I think, than titties and
So
Dick's.
I walk over to this frosted. I'm going to this frosty case and I lift it up like, ooh, let's see. Like I'm expecting alcohol, and here's all these display glasses of just tits and ass and guys.
Oh man, now I gotta jerk it.
right here in the store.
places you don't want to get hot sauce in. This seems completely contradictory.
But there's so much hot sauce, it's not even funny. So if anybody is ever in the Cincinnati area, I highly recommend stopping by there.
So were they just like the containers just shaped like boobs and butts?
No, it was the graphics on the labels.
It's like
That is so lame.
It's like those Big Johnson T-shirts from middle school and high school decided to make hot sauce. That's what I'm picturing.
It's the lamest shit I've ever heard, man.
All right, so now we are opening the Blair's Death Rain Habanero Pepper.
All right.
I got high hopes
Yeah.
because I've never had a chip that I've been like, fuck, that is hot.
That is true. I haven't either. These are cauldron cooked by a witch. Tasty. I think it's tasty. I like the flavor.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy that the story on the back says that the inventor of these chips is a hardcore, passionate chili head.
It's an affliction he's had since birth. There's nothing else he could really do.
This is verbatim, and you can bet your chili ass that that's what you're about to enjoy.
These are pretty warm. These are hot.
You're right.
I like these.
I can now say I have had a chip that I've
Yeah,
said
I
like
have
that is spicy.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That's good. So, man,
I'll save it.
the next one up is really going to burn our ass.
Yeah, these are supposed to be the worst. So it is the Blair's Death Rain. I almost feel like if I try to pronounce this, it's like you trying to pronounce a video game title in Japanese.
You mean racist?
Yeah.
You can just go full tilt subbing with it. And it'll work out.
Lakia.
There you go. See,
It's
fine.
like a Kia.
If you make too much of a joke out of it, they think it's all just a joke. So
Yeah.
it's totally fine.
Oh my god, I can't get them off.
I hope they just spray in your face.
It's like the equivalent of pepper spray.
Yeah.
Just I've got scissors over there in that drawer.
They don't want you to open this one. They're like, are you fucking sure you want to eat this shit?
They should put a siren in the bag.
They smell hot.
I'm ready. Those last ones are really, really good.
These are not as spicy to me as the other ones.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's because I had 4 of these habanero pepper ones, and I can't tell if it's just that's still building. I think this might still be building, not the new stuff. I like the flavor again. I like the flavor of both of these.
Flavor's good. I sincerely think the other ones are spicier.
Yeah, habanero.
Yep.
Yeah, let me go for another one.
There was a video I watched before coming over here with this one, with the jalapeno, and the girl in the video was trying to eat more than 10, and she couldn't do it. Like, she couldn't make it past 10.
Look at that. Look at that either.
Yeah, I'm not.
No?
Because I ate the habanero ones on the left side of my mouth, and I ate these on my right.
That was smart.
My left side is definitely more on fire than my right.
So you're gonna go on the record? OMG is hotter than WTF?
Yep,
You heard it here first.
it is.
It's on fleek.
Yeah, they need an on fleek flavor.
Yeah.
Where the thermometer is just like ejaculating fire.
I was about to say, on fleek either tastes like eyebrows or poon, because I've only heard them in reference to both of those.
They both taste the same, Tyler.
Micah, do you want to divvy out this as well?
I can.
Now, are you gonna eat from
No.
this? Oh, come on,
No.
man.
This one's all free. Oh. So, it has an elegant bag. This is Dick the Halls.
Did you pick that specifically? Because that sounds like Dick.
I was going with Hall sounds like balls.
Dick the balls.
Dick the
Gotcha.
Ball. I even took the time out to meticulously wrap. Okay. That's for Tyler.
Oh, you each
Alright.
get an individual?
That's for Dave.
Aw. Okay, this is some kind of drink.
Yeah,
I hope
well-
this is like Super Mondo.
Yeah.
Micah sparing no expense.
The Mondo champagne.
That would have been awesome if I would have thought of that.
Oh, man. No. The same brand of bottled water I have in the fridge. Nestle Pure Life.
Alright, so I got a water and also
No, there's some. I'm
a packet of silverware. Or, sorry, plastic flatware.
Okay. So you have, there are 4 of these, so if you guys want to alternate opening or whatever. Delicacy number 1.
So it's cranberry?
I know what this is by the heft and the shape. I don't know what kind, but this be spam.
Got a canned meat on your hand?
Oh, and it is spam.
Spam cannot be worse. I've never had spam.
You're about to.
That's
Yeah,
why spam
I
is
realize. But it can't be worse than Vienna sausage.
It is not. It is absolutely not.
Because that Vienna sausage was like I was eating a gigantic maggot. I should be the spokesman for Vienna sausage. I'm all disheveled, obviously drunk, and it's like you're eating a gigantic maggot.
Come get your maggots.
See, I've never had quote unquote raw spam. I've had it sliced and like grilled or in a frying pan.
Is it okay? I didn't even consider that. Is it okay to eat it raw? I was.
I mean, it's canned, so it's cooked.
Okay.
So
That's what those forks are for, by the way.
it's good call. Good call.
There's salt and pepper in there too. But
This smells like cat food. This smells like fucking cat food. The Vienna sausage smells like cat food.
It's
So
as if
does-
your only experience with potted meat has been in cat food
Dude, I
form.
swear to God, there's tuna in this.
It's like your
I haven't even
it's like your
fucking-
parents loved you, didn't make you eat canned meat.
I haven't even fucking bitten into this. Yeah, this is pretty awful. It's not as bad as the Vienna sausage, but like I can feel it coming up through my nose. Like, I can feel the scent coming up through my mouth, up my nose.
It is the texture of like Play-Doh extruded from like a Play-Doh food machine.
oh, that does. I just caught a whiff. I'm like, oh my. Okay.
I have not had spam since Brainy Gatsby's birthday, like my sophomore year of high school, when her uncle made us spam
spam
sandwiches. Oh, all of the Gatsbys were super embarrassed going over there, and Pretty Gatsby's dad made us all fried Spam sandwiches.
That would be better fried. Like
Honestly, it's not terrible fried.
Man,
But wait,
there's more.
there's more.
All right.
It's huge in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to open this.
Yeah,
one.
you can open it up. Don't spill on your soundboard.
Thank you. I constantly need to
Get
be
that
reminded.
good spam scent coming out of the soundboard.
All right, let me get some Foley work here.
At least you have
Oh.
chips.
Oh, what could this one be? I don't know. This is black pepper spam. I actually thank you for giving us just. I imagine what we had first was just plain old spam.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was
From here, I think we're gonna be getting better, right?
Or we're going to be getting worse. It's going to go one way or the other.
But I feel like the more flavor you add to that,
I mean, you put pepper on a piece of dog shit, it's going to be like a little bit better.
it is, right? It's got to be a little bit better.
You got to pepper up a turd, man, if you're going to eat it.
Is this their mascot on there? Is this a knight? a knight is their mascot. Glorious spam. Is what it says on there. It's like they're making fun of themselves.
What is the Monty Python the Holy Grail, or the
spam a lot?
Spam-a-lot? Thank you. I'm sure that's what they're going for there.
Probably, yeah.
If that quote isn't on Nate's next call of, you put pepper on dog shit.
Hey guys, break the monotony. Just have spam. All right.
Do you want to read from Spam's Wikipedia? I didn't even think about that.
Dude, hey, read some
Does people
Wikipedia,
know what spam is?
I think everyone knows what spam is, right?
Potted meat that became popular around World War II,
Jesus.
maybe. At Jesus' time, all spam that we have
Yeah.
now was made by Jesus during that age between he was 13 and 30, where it's just the dark period where you don't hear about Jesus' life.
Loaves of spam.
He used his carpentry to build spam factories and made all the spam we have today.
This smells like. Do you know what pepper on it? This is dumb. This is dumb. Do you have a candle or something I could cook this over?
Or to take a bite out of them afterward to get the flavor out of your mouth.
That's better.
It is better.
But now I should not have eaten that with my fingers.
Nope.
All right, 2 down, 2 to go.
That looks more like more spam than that one.
Didn't know they made
Boy,
this
was
many
spam
spam.
crazy.
There is a Spam Hall of Fame.
There's a spam hall of
There's
fame.
a Spam Hall of
Are you
Fame.
shitting me?
Show notes.
I'm on it.
Here is spam made with real Hormel bacon. But on the cover it's an egg. On the
I know. Is the knight on that one? Is there mascot on that one?
Nope. Just a frying pan, 2 pieces of spam, and an egg.
Guess I lucked out.
And on the back, yeah, just add spam, break the monotony. Not a BLT, a spam LT.
All right. This,
Layer spam. Okay, don't use spam instead of bacon. That would be stupid. Add spam with the bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
what is that on the top lid there? Is that a sprig of broccoli or something they've got?
That is a sprig of parsley.
No, okay.
Because
So because
add
you-
that to Spam, it would actually
Yeah.
taste it.
Now we gotta garnish up your spam a little bit.
Your Vienna sausage comment.
Yeah, which one?
That's why.
The gagging.
Oh, are you this one?
Yeah, that's why I went this way.
Is this one like? Oh,
No, just Spam in general.
Oh, okay. I was like, the last one we pull out is gonna be Vienna sausage flavored spam. All right.
What did Dave fix about before I make any commentary? I don't like that one at all. Peppered one was better. That just tastes like. Okay, we had some raw bacon on the floor that we just went ahead and just threw in here and ground it up a little bit.
I think it's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like the pepper one because it masks the horrible meat flavor. Meat? Let me just throw some quotation marks around that.
It masks the pig anus.
God, I don't even. Thank you. Now I'm actually thinking about what I'm eating.
This one, I saved the best for last.
Oh boy, delicacy number 4. You wrap these yourself, man.
It's Spoom, the off-brand spam.
It's what you get at that 99-cent store.
All right, Spam jalapeno.
Okay,
I got the night mascot again. He likes me.
Is Cram from the Fallout series, is that spam?
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
If not, then I'm sadly disappointed.
All right, skewer some flavor, says glorious Spam mascot. Use Spam jalapeno to kick up your kebabs. Just gonna make some kebabs.
Who's making that is the piss poorest kebab. Like, that's just going out in the woods, picking up sticks, and just jamming it in spam over a lit cigarette.
That's not how you do
It's a
kebabs.
kebab.
Oh, great. I touched it with my finger. This is like... This doesn't even look... Spam in general doesn't look good.
No, it looks like your skin, like
I
after a
know.
sunburn,
Yeah.
whenever you peel.
Yeah. Oh, I like that jalapeno flavor, though.
That's the best one.
Yeah. It totally masks the... Like that, actually, fry that up, like in a skillet or something. I go down on that.
You break that onto eggs, like
Yeah.
eggs and jalapeno spam. That would be
I
bad.
think you mean bacon spam, not eggs.
Fry some good jalapeno spam. Put a little bacon spam in there, maybe. I mean, eat some seasonings, and then just throw some black pepper spam in there.
Can I get a bacon spam McMuffin, please?
We just cram all this together, just make a new, you can make meat wad out of all this spam that we've just had.
Ultra spam.
So,
There's more?
oh yeah, I got 2 more.
Jesus.
This is not spam, by the way.
Is this kid cuisine?
No. It's a Lunchable.
That he brought to me days ago, so it's just a soggy kid cuisine.
This is your After Delicacy palate cleanser number 1.
You rap far better than I do. I'm impressed.
I took way too much time doing that and not doing my real job.
Okay, this is awesome, actually.
Some Warhead.
Warhead candy canes.
Candy canes. What?
That is incredibly impressive.
You don't have to eat those right now if you don't want to.
Looks like he wants to.
I'm gonna try. Just try one.
I did not anticipate having hot chips at that point, so I figured you'd want something to get the spam out of your mouth.
Thank you.
Get that spam out.
Get that spam out your mouth. Alright. This could be like, depending on how this tastes, this could be like some real prank candy. This is good quality prank candy.
Not particularly sour.
Nah. It's good though.
It is good.
Especially after all that spam. Spam flavored candy canes.
Alright, and then this one has a special gift for Tony inside of it, but you guys can open it.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
I'm assuming if it's Tony related, there's Old Bay in it somewhere.
I can't open it. I know what it is.
Yeah, it's not it.
I don't know what it
You know
is.
what it is?
Big League Chew. I don't know.
Nope. It's one of my favorites, I think.
Ah, okay. And Nicole's favorite. Haribo gummy bears. Haribo?
I've always said Haribo.
Noribo?
I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, too bad Nicole left. Okay, it says Christmas edition. I guess just because they're green and red.
Have you guys seen the...
No. Only cut it on cost and make half the colors. And we'll just call it Christmas edition. They'll eat it up.
Which one of these gummy bears excretes the most gummy bear oil? Let's just make those. It's always the white ones. I'm gonna have some of these. Thanks, Micah.
Nope.
Oh, they smell good. You want some of these, though, right?
I might partake in that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I saw you looking up the corner of your eyes.
Eyeballing them gummies. Get your hands off my gummies.
You're the spokesman for Harbo Bears.
Did you throw
I
that
will
paper in the
have
floor?
No, it's here. Something else in it?
The gummy bear one. It's back there. Can you reach it? I printed out a special picture for you.
Tony posts this all the time. I don't understand it.
I don't get it either, but I thought it was
None of us can describe this.
It's Joe Flacco. It's the Joe Flacco picture holding the Harborough gummy bears that Tony posted.
He posted a lot. The Garfield with his big sad wiener and that picture all the time in
Have
chat.
you put
Yeah.
Garfield in the show notes yet?
No, I never will. That's mine.
That's your call.
That's my special treat. Only way you can see that is if you're in TADPOG Final Fantasy Football League chat. Which is now, I guess, just disapproval chat.
Or actually, I think if Ben Caruth wants it, Ben Caruth can see it. If he will then turn it into a giant poster that we can hang in the annex.
Print 2, because I want one for home.
Yep.
I don't ask for much, but I will ask for that.
Yeah, one of those hanging beside your Chrono Trigger and your controller art.
I actually need a third one for work.
And if you ever go to church, a fourth one
No.
in your Sunday school class.
Nah.
Jesus, Garfield, sad wiener. No, but that was good, Micah. That was very, very good. Thank you.
In case anybody is wondering, they also have like 40 million flavors of Bumblebee tuna. Not that I'm saying that should go in the 18 box, but
I mean, you could. I'm just going to crunch some more chips. It's
Okay.
cool. Let's just do the show. I'll just crunch on these.
And I should also, I meant to make the disclosure, but I forgot, so I'll say it now. As we started recording, I had to take my nighttime medicine. So you're welcome, Phil. For the end of this episode, I'll probably be making a lot of Henra and Kenny's. Who knows?
I like it that way.
So, yeah. You ready to talk about some Ardy Lightfoot?
Yeah, you're our bearded host, Tyler. I'm our bespectacled host, Dave. And this is a
Our exalted Lordist Micah.
Lordist.
Lord,
Lordestius?
Yeah, let's talk about some Ardy Lightfoot.
Alright.
I'm just going to eat chips. You guys go ahead.
Well, Dave, do you hear that?
I do.
Is this going to be a Tyler Reads Wikipedia, a new standard?
No?
Or I think you reading while like just having a mouthful of chips.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Pretty
do that.
good. Trigger warning if you hate chewing sounds.
Too late, because it's been going on for a bit.
skip to. This is the part where Tyler inserts a number in the podcast.
I do hear that.
Dave will be eating all day.
I hear the sounds of thousands of people turning off their listening devices, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads some Wikipedia. Alright guys. Man, whew, that one went down the wrong tube. Whew. Spice down the wrong tube. Ardy Lightfoot, or as it's known in Japan, you ready? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had one of these. Ardy Ratafuto is a platform video game released on the Super Nintendo in 1993. I'm trying really hard, so it's not racist, because I'm actually trying really hard. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just bad at it. Okay, and it came out in 1994 in the West. So, in the Old West, it came out in 1994. It was developed by ASCII and published by Titus, or Titus, in North America. Okay.
Titus.
There we go. This was made by Christopher Titus.
I believe it.
That's, I mean,
It doesn't have his abusive dad in it, so I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
Ardy is his abusive dad.
Making him play this game is his abusive dad.
Because as I was going through this list, the name stood out to me.
Because it sounded like
It
Arby's.
sounded like Arby's. I was like, that can't be bad. So I started playing it, and I played it for like just a few minutes where I was like, oh, fuck this. Turned it off. And then we agreed to do it on the show, because we've been doing like
Bad games.
bad games for the most part.
Let's just say it.
Yeah.
We've been appreciating bad games.
Yeah.
I think that's
With like I guess we've been doing a little bit of nostalgia in the form of like Hook, a little bit with the ad for
No, that was a
gaming.
bad one.
You think Hook was
I'm
bad?
fucking with you.
And then this game, which I thought after I played it was going to be a bad, just another shitty game.
Mm-hmm.
I was mostly wrong, mostly right. This game is very peculiar to me in the fact that like it's almost good. Like it's almost good, but it makes some really, really glaring errors. Because it's like clearly like Titus put like there's like production value on this, and Christopher thought Titus is like, I think I could go somewhere with this. Let's put some money behind this. Let's make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I see why it didn't go anywhere, but I can see where like, man, if they had just made some better decisions, it could have gone somewhere.
Yeah. This game is middling. This is kind of like, I was worried when I was playing it because I was like, I don't know how this show's going to go. Because I feel like the shows where we do really bad games go really well because we just make fun of it.
Yeah.
So I guess we should just go ahead and make fun of this anyway, even though it's middling.
I mean, there's some shit that is definitely there to be made fun of.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I didn't think it was horrible. I really didn't.
Yeah, it's not like Chester Cheetah or Bebe's Kids.
No, it's not Baby's
No.
Kids level.
It's not Cool World.
No, we don't say that anymore.
We agreed that no, unless we play a worse one, we can never mention the worst game again.
Well, you know, Ardy Lightfoot was actually the founder of Arby's, but then he was killed by a doodle. And he died by the doodle's hand, so he came back
And
as...
the Cartoonicast.
And yes, in the Cartoonicast, he came back as an anthropomorphic cat? What is Ardy? What is Ardy?
Because Nicole
I
was
have a
like,
problem.
it's gotta be a cat. It's gotta be a
It
cat.
has to be a cat.
It's like,
A
I think
monkey?
it's some kind of like marsupial. He's something like
I got a very strong Crash Bandicoot vibe.
that. I was
Yeah.
about to say that actually, because
Yeah.
like if this would have been a better game when it came out, like '94, like I don't know, if this had been like a tight platforming game, like I feel like Ardy Lightfoot could have taken some Crash Bandicoot like steps and been something with its character design and the art style, and like it had some novel ideas in the play setup, but
While we're on the topic of like things that this game is, we can compare it to. This game is better than Banjo-Kazooie. I just wanted to say that to piss everybody off. But I actually do think that.
too late, Nicole. You already give on Patreon.
I actually do think that.
It reminded me a whole lot too of Earthworm Jim, and I don't know if that's the last level that I played was stage 7, where you're inside the worm.
Yeah, in the belly of the...
Yeah, and so that immediately triggered Earthworm Jim in my head.
I think that's fair. Yeah, that is like the most Earthworm Jim style level. I think is that something like completely off the wall. I liked Earthworm Jim better than this game. Earthworm Jim is like one of my favorites. But I think that Ardy Lightfoot... I liked Ardy Lightfoot. Let me just say why I like it better than Banjo-Kazooie.
Good. While you explain that, I want to find the tablet that the old man reads, because I want to read it. I want to do some TADPOG theater. I should have done this beforehand.
Okay.
But I want to find it so I can read
Okay.
it.
Like, was that... This is the Lost Moses tablet, right? That the old man reads?
Presumably.
Yeah. It was the 10 Commandments, and then this.
Although much more poorly written.
The story to me, after he reads it, maybe you guys can make sense of it, because I got nothing. Okay, so here's the story. There's 7 gems. And if you combine all the gems together, you can make a wish, and it'll come true. That's the story, pretty much. And then Ardy Lightfoot and his penguin. What was his friend that looks like Kirby but a penguin? The little blob thing that you throw at people?
Yeah.
It reminded me of the same mechanic as like Yoshi would use. So like Yoshi would eat things,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, it is kind of like in Super Mario World where you have the baby Yoshi,
Yeah.
and he's waiting to grow up to be a big Yoshi,
Yeah.
and you kind of just hold him and like force him to eat things.
Right.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, and it may be because I didn't get far enough in the game, but there was only one power up that I ran into for the sidekick, the jetpack, and so I don't know if that was just a one-off or if there was more later in the game or.
Okay, so the jetpack, what did that do? Is that the one where he inflates?
Yeah,
and
you
ride him?
inflates and you can fly on
Yeah.
it for a very small amount of time.
There's one other one that I found, and it is where he turns into a pink spiky ball, and you throw him and he knocks down walls. That's it.
The thing that irritated me more than anything was you're collecting the stars, and maybe it's because I didn't collect enough, but it didn't seem like they had any precedent. Like, you get so many stars and you get another life or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just like Mario. It's like we can't do coins because Mario already did coins, so we're gonna do stars. Collect 100 of these and you get an extra life.
All right, so I have because Ardy Lightfoot starts out, and you're in like a mine, and you find this tablet, and I guess it's only written in like human language, or maybe only human eyes can read it, because Ardy takes it to a very old man to read the tablet, and
Yeah.
here's what it says.
Can you please read it as Charlton Heston as Moses?
I've never seen that movie.
Perfect. I was banking on that. So I hope to hear your best Eddie Murphy.
Long ago, great power created a rainbow. Many had happened. Wait, let's do that again. Many bad things happened, and the great power was lost. Then the power was divided into 7 pieces. When the 7 pieces meet again, any wish will come true. One returned to Earth, lowercase e. Another sunk to the bottom of a dark, cold water. Singular. Another piece was forgotten in a deserted town. Another disappeared to the outer sea.
Also water.
And then the old man could read no more. I hope whoever did this was like,
Struck blind?
our son's like he's in first grade, right? Just putting together basic sentences. Okay, no, son, I'm very busy. I want you to write whatever is on this tablet. Thank you. Man, so what's the story of Ardy Lightfoot? Well, a while ago, many bad things happened.
Right.
And then that's just it. Many bad things happened.
For the rest of the game, they actually make fun of that old man for not being able to read anymore.
Because he could read no more. So he lost the ability.
Yeah.
He just went blind. His eyes fell out.
Yeah. Artie's like, man, I love reading. This book is so great. You know, when I collect all the 7 gems, I could wish for your reading ability to come back. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna bring your daughter back to life. Because that's what happens in the end. Spoiler.
I wonder.
I was going to finish this.
It's fucking ridiculous. I wanted to bring it up because it's like, okay, why is he collecting the gems? Like, why is he doing it? To get a wish? Well, what wish? Like, we don't know what wish it is. And then in the end, the old man who can no longer read, has a daughter, and she dies right before the final boss battle. And then you beat the boss, get the last gem, and his wish is to bring her back to life. So it's like if everyone would have just stayed the fuck home, everything would be right where it is after this long adventure where you collect 7 gems.
I mean, you couldn't have wished for all the lives that have been lost because of this to come back. No. Just this one girl, just right now.
Just wish that the many bad things didn't happen.
Or all the town, all the town. I mean, that whole town is ruined now from the fire, from the mole people, or whatever. So.
Yeah, Clementine did not like that at all.
It's kind of like the end of Fable, right? I'm not going to spoil that, but...
Because there is... Okay. Because I don't know what they're... Because it's a basic platforming game. Okay, some of the things that were wrong with it is, like, one, Ardy's hitbox is bigger than him. So, like, it's more like if an enemy sort of insinuates that they're going to hit you, or just, like, sort of waves in your direction, then boom, you're hit. And you get hit twice. The first hit makes you lose your penguin pal, your Hugsy, your bedtime penguin pal.
Yeah.
There you go, Taryn. And that your best form of offense is then gone, and you get one more hit. Once Ardy's hit, then game over.
It's Donkey Kong Country mechanics.
Yeah. No, his friend
You lose Diddy and then you lose whoever,
Bob.
I guess that was Bob, yeah. Who's the other guy in that one? Danky Kang?
Danky Kang. Because I know there's a cast of characters. Feck. Feck is the name of that thing.
I think it's Peck.
Damn it is Peck.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That would have been nice.
I'm
Feck!
sorry.
Get over here, Feck!
Yeah, I'm sorry I ruined your... No, I'm wrong. It's Feck. I'm sorry, it's wrong.
We'll just edit that out.
And there are only a few humans in this game, and then a lot of anthropomorphic animals. Maybe this is in Oz, because you're trying to construct like all the colors of the rainbow. If they're just missing a Yellow Brick Road, I don't know. This sounds like it could
furry
be
Oz.
on the other side of Oz. The HBO prison show is what I'm talking about. But besides its hitbox being huge, the mechanic that you have to master that's very important is your tail bounce.
Yeah.
Is you jump up in the air and then you can press like jumping again and hold it, and Ardy will come down and his tail will be like a springboard, so you can do a much larger jump.
Scrooge McDuck Pogo.
Yep. But the mechanic to do it it's very, very frustrating. Like I would just make it a double jump.
Yeah. This was actually my biggest complaint about the game, is that I couldn't properly execute this pogo jump when I needed to.
That is essential. You have to do it all the time.
You have to do it a lot.
And because you have to jump and then be able to do it again. So there's no doing it in a small space is very frustrating. Sure. And the boss battle that I rage quit and did not continue in the game, and Lord Mike had to do 30 plus times in order to beat it, requires you to do that jump in very, very small area. And if you fuck it up, you're just dead.
And that happens a lot in the game. You have to do that a lot. There are a lot of different places throughout the game where you have to make precise pogo jumps. And the pogo jumps they're difficult to do, and it doesn't feel like it should be. Like, it feels like whenever I would fail a pogo jump, it would feel like... It never felt like I was fucking it up. It always felt like the input was weird on it or something like... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there was some kind of lag on it. And I agree with you. For something that should be that's going to be used so frequently, the mechanic on the control on that...
It should have its own independent button.
Yeah, it has to be tight. You can't be flopping around out there with a double A hold down the button shit.
Because there's no reason for it to be the way it is. It is very, very poor design.
You can't be flopping around with a bad pogo.
You can't be doing that shit. That's my biggest complaint about the game. Is just the controls themselves are not tight enough for the level design.
Mm-hmm. And it's cartoony.
Yeah.
So you'd think this game sort of is marketed to appeal to kids, but it's extremely difficult. I think it's a very difficult game, especially at certain moments that because I was telling Micah as he was playing it, there's this one part in the second stage where the jump is the equivalent to a World 8 jump in Super Mario Brothers. Where you have to just...
Long jump.
You have to time it pixel perfect, this long jump, to make it just barely.
Yeah.
Pixel to pixel long jump.
Yeah.
And they have that in this game, and it's really fucking early.
Yeah, but I do think they're forgiving in that you have unlimited continues.
Yeah.
And they do have save states in the levels, because the levels are really long, which I liked. I thought that was going to be a pain in the ass when we first were talking about it and hadn't played it, and I asked how long is it going to take to beat this game? And you said, well, the levels I hear are really long, and they are really long, confirmed. But I like that there's checkpoints throughout that, so if you die later on, you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning.
See, it has a lot of good positives. It looks good. It's bright. It's colorful.
I like the music too. Honestly,
this is good.
There are moments where I was like, this music actually kind of reminds me of Chrono Trigger. There's a level called the Island Ruins where the music is fucking gorgeous. The music is great. And as I was listening to it, I was like, this could be AAA RPG of the 90s music. So I really liked it.
I really like the, and I used it to my advantage. When you get hit and lose Peck, whatever.
Peck, yeah.
Yeah.
Peckhead.
You have that 5 seconds of invincibility.
Yeah.
And so I use that to my advantage
You have to.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
And especially when you get past the second boss and the pit stages and stuff like that with the spikes. And I mean, you can use that to your advantage. So that was at least, to me, some sort of counter for the difficulty.
Yeah, it eased it, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
Because there are sections of the game where I would have trouble getting through it, and I would just decide, fuck it, I'm going to sacrifice Peck to get 5 seconds of invincibility.
You do have
and
a pretty
run through it.
solid window of invincibility, yeah. Because, I don't know, because the spikes, because you have to be very precise in what your pogo jumps, especially at one point, to jump across these enemies, and pogo jump is not easy. So, like, most of the time, yeah, when you fuck up and then just run, and you'll pretty much always make it. So,
Yeah. And that's also, the pogo jump is how you kill enemies. You can't just jump on them. You have to pogo jump on them.
Yeah.
If you don't have Peck. You can also just throw Peck and you'll eat them.
yeah. But Peck he's weird to use in that, like, I guess he's sort of like a boomerang.
Yeah. He
'Cause
always
he-
comes back. He's Australian.
He comes because it's like an arc that he comes, like it's I don't know, what kind of shape would you call that? You throw him out and he goes like in an elliptical pattern, like
Yeah.
around an enemy. So like if you miss with him, then you're very vulnerable for like a second and a half.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty difficult to mess with them, though. Like, I felt like they were generous. Like, you mentioned your hitbox is kind of large. The enemies, I feel like, is pretty large, too.
Yeah.
I did miss. There were times where it's like, fuck. But fuck. But I never,
Feck.
I never, it was all, every time I missed, I was like, that one was on me.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't poor programming or anything like that.
Yeah.
I felt like it was totally, I just missed.
There were points at the beginning stages, I guess, there were the little enemies that were dropping out of the trees, and it felt like they were dropping off screen, to where if you did not know that they were going to be dropping down, you would immediately get hit by them, because by the time they come onto screen and you hit the button to throw feck out, they're already on you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just me or not, but
No. No, it wasn't.
because after the second or third time, I'm just walking through, just pushing the button just as much as I can,
Yeah.
fecking it out.
I rarely used him because I felt like every time I'd throw him, I could have just easily avoided the enemy. And that's actually what I did most in this game, was avoid the enemies. And this also kind of reminded me of Banjo-Kazooie, because not only is it Furry Paradise, but the levels kind of felt sparse. And I don't know if that is because they were so big, or if it's just that they were underpopulated. Because like there are levels that I swear it feels like there's maybe 6 enemies in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So with the way that I played it, it makes those levels go by really fast, because it's just like, oh, just avoid the enemies and get to the end.
Yes, I feel like the difficulty ranges quite a bit level to level.
Yeah, peaks and valleys on the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not a nice smooth slope up to the end.
The minecart level, when I was playing it earlier, all I did was just hold down.
Yep.
Yeah,
The whole time.
That's all you have to do.
Because if you go over the stars, you're probably gonna fuck it up and die.
Yeah, don't go for the
So
stars.
yeah, just duck. It's fine.
Yeah.
The whole way through, it's no Donkey Kong. You're fine.
Right.
And then you got levels like the temple where I was watching. I didn't get that far, but watching you play it, Micah, like that was rough in comparison to like even the previous level.
Yeah, I felt like the temple was probably like, I remember when I got to the temple and it was okay. They've increased the difficulty substantially right here.
The helicopter, the one with the rotating balls, where you had to go vertical.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one at all, because every time it felt like as soon as you'd hit so it's a vertical stage, and you're going up, and there's these ball knobs placed on the wall that you have to jump on top of and go across the screen, back across. But some of them continuously rotate.
Yeah.
And every time I'd land on a rotating one, it felt like it didn't give me any time
No,
to adjust
no.
to get to the next one.
Now you got to be ready with the
Because that's where that pogo jump
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I was pretty good. I got past that one jump, which took me as many tries as it took you, Micah, to get past that jump in the forest level, and then on to the first boss, the mole boss, who looks like one of the giant moles from Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Like almost like stolen pixel by pixel. Like, it looks just like one of the giant Monty moles.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mario, did you guys notice how Ardy is dressed?
I thought he looked like the videos the Piggly Wiggly had of Playboy. Like, he's got
The what?
He's got overalls on.
Blue overalls, red shirt, but he doesn't have sleeves.
So it's like literally the cable guy meets Mario. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
He also can't read, apparently, so I guess it makes sense. It's fine.
I feel like they borrowed a little bit from some games. And he also is wearing the original Flash's helmet. I don't know why. He just is.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. I haven't thought about that design of Flash in a very long time. Because what is that, Golden Age Flash? Or
That's, Golden Age. That's original flavor Flash.
Earth 2?
I don't even know. I'm not a DC guy. Earth 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I've been watching the Flash on CW, and they just introduced Earth 2 Flash.
Yeah, because they're mixing characters from one Earth to the other. Meg loves the Flash. I will watch it in the background while I'm doing other things.
It's
Jay Garrick.
Yeah, Jay Garrick.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I had it in my notes, but I can't remember that. I don't have time to remember Flashes. I just saw Ardy Lightfoot, and I was like, he's wearing the original Flash's hat. I remember that from Kingdom Come.
And Greek mythology.
Flash wasn't in Greek mythology.
I'm pretty sure he's just Hermes like 1,000 years later. Pretty sure.
He's like, you stupid wearing those on your feet. I'm gonna steal those and put them on a hat. I'm gonna run fast. And also, I'm just gonna douse myself in chemicals and strike my lightning.
We should just raise a society where DC lore replaces Greek mythology.
I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, I do think like years and years from now, they're gonna be like, these people believed some crazy shit.
They'll have pieces of comic books up in display. Instead of pottery, it's just pieces of comics. This is how they captured their history in these drawings.
This guy could fly.
So yes, the leader of the Pantheon, this Stan Lee. But yeah, watching. Well, the boss that I rage quit on that was so difficult is it looks like a fox lady, but I do not think she is a fox lady.
She looks like a fox lady.
Yeah, but she's a flying squirrel lady?
Yeah, because when she escapes the first time, she does kind of open her arms, and she's got the skin flap / wings that she uses to glide.
She looks like a fox, and whenever you fight her, I guess she has made a very elaborate contraption in this room to where it's 4 different tiered levels with different colored buttons, and the color of the buttons corresponds to one of the old-fashioned extending punching gloves, and then you have to she jumps quickly and perfectly from platform to platform, and you have to like me in middle school the first time I'm trying to get a bra off, just sweaty fingers, just fumbling at clasps,
quit bragging,
making off jump. I'm good at it now.
I touched a boob in middle school, guys. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, if you'll go back to Shadowrun, you'll hear the quality of the lady of which bra I was taking off. Middle school was a very take what you can get era.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think we're all with you on that.
But, because she's very perfectly, very quickly, jumping can hit you, and, you'll kill yourself so many times. Pressing a button, the thing extends out and either hits her if you're lucky, or, if you have to hit it and you have to quickly get off of this platform because she is on
to hit you.
The button that will hit you, and then you will, on your way off, collide with your punching bag as it's retracting. Right.
So the problem is that it doesn't just hurt you when it punches you. It's just that the glove itself is made out of hot lava and will hurt you if you just happen to breeze by it.
Never saw her hurt herself. She was perfect at this game.
Well, yeah, it's her fortress. Yeah. I would think she'd be pretty good, don't you? I think that makes sense.
Yeah, she's like a Sararak in Joust. She knows the shit.
She's just practicing, just waiting for you.
So, that, I quit. I've played it for a while and just okay, no, this is not. And this is the second boss. No, thank you. Yeah. No, thank you.
I think she's one of the hardest bosses.
Yeah.
So, again, a weird difficulty spike, Because that's I could see that being second to last boss material. but not second boss material. And like the first boss was really easy. The mole.
Yeah.
He just throws his hat at you.
You have to dodge some rocks with a very large gap, and then he throws his hat at you, and you have to pogo it.
If there was any pattern at all to the that's why I kept telling Tyler when I was playing, like, there's no pattern at all to the way she jumps from button to button to shoot out.
Yeah, the start of every level, it's different every time. Yeah.
The only way I could, and eventually did beat it, was I was dropping back down to the bottom every time, and then she automatically would default back down to the bottom right to the red button, and so she would stand there for 3 or 4 seconds and then jump up and make the red boxing glove come out. So I was timing to where I would go from there and then try to match her move, and then go one move ahead.
Yep, that's exactly what I did too, and that was tough.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it took like maybe a dozen tries before I could even formulate that strategy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It was like, I guess I just follow her and then try to get one step ahead of her.
And it was, I guess the game was forgiving in that every time you started, you were able to get an extra life.
Yeah.
So you could just like, as long as you remember to get that treasure chest, you could just try it until you beat it.
Yeah. Which is what I did. If that life weren't there, that extra life weren't there, I probably would have stopped playing here too.
Yeah. I feel like that must have been like, that had to have been added in playtesting.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So
she escapes, and she jumps off and does her skin bits and glides. And while she's gliding, a giant worm pops out of the ground.
Starlight just comes up.
Starlight eats her. And
I know that because of Adult Swim, Robot Chicken on Adult Swim.
You don't know it because of Super Star Wars?
Oh. No.
Okay.
I don't think it even says its name in Super Star Wars. Like, it's just like giant worm thing.
Yeah, I don't think it even says that. You're giving it too much
What's this name called? Health Bar.
Yeah.
I'm fighting Green Health Bar.
So you jump out after her, and you also get swallowed by the worm, which takes you to the Earthworm Jim-esque level that you were talking about, Micah.
Inside the guts.
Did you know there's a censorship issue inside the giant worm?
No.
This is cool. You find Fox Lady in the belly, and she's knocked out.
And the gem's laying
And the
right
gem
beside her.
that she took is right beside her. In the original Japanese version, she's a pile of bones. Which is super more satisfying, I feel like.
Yeah.
But they were like, in America, we're like, no. She's just going to be unconscious and we're going to leave her here in this worm. She'll Boba Fett her way out.
I mean,
I'm sure.
she's unconscious with her ass up, but no.
Fine. I just thought that was an interesting tidbit.
Yeah, that's a weird thing
I know,
to censor.
right?
That's a really weird thing. I guess it's like, I mean, if they had to pixel out the butt cracks and out of this world, so.
Yeah. Sex
Nintendo's
Sex
weird.
and skeletons,
Nintendo's
man.
weird.
Butts and skeletons.
Nintendo's weird about stomach acids.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years later, then they finally put, now Bayonetta, the M-rated Nintendo character, is now the new character in Smash Brothers, the last and final Smash Brothers Wii U character.
Is that
I
it?
saw that
They're
today.
done?
Yep.
She
Cloud and then Bayonetta, and now they're done.
She just comes out with a blue curtain all over her. You just know that she's behind the blue curtain. She's entirely censored.
Because like I have not played very much Bayonetta, but like her whole suit is her own hair
Yeah. I think that
formed
sounds
to her
about right.
body. Yeah.
Yeah. That's normal, right?
Completely. I mean, I'm covered in my own hair.
You are.
So.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, some of somebody else's, but it's mostly all mine. All these pubes we keep getting in the mail now.
Yeah.
It's mostly mine. I mean, I'm not gonna let them go to waste.
No, I gotta knit those together.
I'm gonna be sadly disappointed if I play Bayonetta and the final end boss is what's that the character Johnny Depp plays, the barber?
Edward Scissorhands?
No,
Oh,
it's a play.
the Demon Barber of
Seville?
Yeah.
It's It's my theater.
Sweeney Todd?
The Sweeney Todd.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
If that's not the end
That's
boss,
The Music Man?
The theater part of me.
79 trombones? Or whatever the fuck.
Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch you play this, Micah. Like I anything that was going to come close to that boss again, it immediately ruined interest for me.
I think that boss is really hard.
Yeah.
Like, that boss is out of place.
Yeah.
It really is. Because the game is challenging, but I think it's also forgiving. But there is no boss that's harder than that until the final boss.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. So just like, there are just a few decisions that are just bad enough that kept this game from being good and succeeding.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, this is going to sound crazy, but I could see this, like, in the 90s on iTunes.
Really?
Yes, I think this game was better than some of the games we played. I
mean, that's true.
I really do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great game, and I mean, it spoke to me because I like 2D platformers, and I like the art style, and obviously I like furries, and I like the music, and I like the challenge. That's part of it for me. Like, I was like, this game is good enough, and it's challenging enough that I feel like I want to do it. I just want to finish it so that I could say, yeah, I finished Ardy Lightfoot.
So Ardy Lightfoot at Dragon Con next year?
Cosplay?
Yep.
I was going to go as the pile of bones. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, I mean, we'll have
you
to
can be the gem.
But I say, well, I don't. I mean, we'll have to make people sign like waivers because you clearly should be censored.
Yeah.
So you're lewd.
Did you know? Trivia. I'm sure that you didn't know this. I know that you're a huge World of Warcraft fan. That the undead race in World of Warcraft they were censored in China because they had bones showing, and that's a thing. That's like a cultural thing. I hear that it's taboo for like bones to be showing.
I remember seeing something in another country where, like, basic commercials in other countries, how they're treated. In one country, like, it's super taboo to show the bottom of your feet.
Really?
And I remember, like, the commercial was like a shot of like a woman walking barefoot, like, on the street, and it showed the soles of her feet. And like, I remember, like, then you watch this other version, and it's just like all you see is just pixelation moving. Like, why even have it at all?
Yeah.
But I guess that's the thing. What do we have that sort of almost seems nonsensical that Americans are like?
Boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah, I feel like that's not a big deal, right? Like, men can be on television without a shirt.
Yeah, I see more, because that's a more sexualized object.
I would say asses. I mean,
Asses?
yeah. If you watch TV now, like, especially, I'm trying to think of a show.
Sweeney Todd.
I watch way too much TV. So, Horror Story, American Horror Story,
Yeah.
Hotel, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been so much ass, and not just female ass. There's male ass too. But I mean, they do not care to put an ass on the TV anymore. And
Blame it on Dennis Franz.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe he was the first full ass on. I know he was very early on. It was a big thing for the censors because it was like it was a primetime thing. Dennis Franz and NYPD Blue.
Yeah.
Not an attractive man, so
Yeah.
I guess that made it okay. Like, we want to show an ass. No, I mean it's not gonna be a gratuitous like nice one. It's just gonna be this guy getting out of the shower.
It's just gonna be
for like
an
2
ass.
seconds. Just an ass up there before you
Just
put the
an
towel
ass.
on.
The FX
Okay.
is pushing it though. I mean, even Lady Gaga, for instance, like on that show, like they'll show her topless. Now she's got on like pasties, and you can't see nipples. But I mean, it's a network. Well,
Thanks, Janet Jackson.
yeah. It's,
I remember seeing that live in the place, like, because I was over at Ramon and JD's house. I remember like, did you anybody just mention they're like Starburst now? Like, our nipples that really happen?
Yeah. I thought that did that strike you as odd? Because, like, I just thought it was, like, a planned thing, and it was just, like, part of her costume.
They said it was a mistake. That was 100%
Sure.
planned.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Absolutely. I mean, why would you have on pasties underneath your outfit unless you were
And, like, that special
Chafing.
nipple ring,
I mean-
and, like, the cup that's, like, removable. Like,
Yeah.
that had to be, like, a deal. Like, Janet Jackson's like, I'll fuck you, Justin Timberlake. This is what you got to do. Okay? I'm sure. I'm going to do it.
You think that's how the deal went down?
Hopefully. That's what I hope. Like, Justin Timberlake was like, I want some of Michael Jackson's like dancing. I want some of that pop power. And I think I can get that through your vagina, Janet Jackson.
That's the only
And she's
way.
like, yes, you can, but I'll only let you have some of that power if you do this for me on the Super Bowl. And he's like, I can do that.
So she's the devil
do
in
that.
this mythology.
Yes.
That's been in the Super Bowl contracts now for all the halftime shows. They have to fuck.
Yeah.
Whoever's performing, they have to fuck.
It was really awkward for the Black Eyed Peas for those two people that nobody knows. Because what are their names? Like Apple D App, and
Do not know. Apple the app.
Apple D App.
Pear to pear.
Okay, because it's Fergie Will.i.am, Apple D App, and some. I only know this because there was an SNL skit about the two guys nobody knows that are like in the background playing the piano or whatever.
I think it's Brad Pitt from Cool World. I think he's the fourth one.
See, now I'm gonna have to Google
MC Scat Cat.
members of the Black Eyed Peas.
This is what we've evolved to.
It is not gonna be. There we go.
I got you.
Okay, because because Google is like they're giving me everything else. Like you're not, we know you're not Googling who members of the Black Eyed Peas are. There is no autocomplete for this.
Dennis Nedry, I saw him pop up on your screen.
You have Fergie,
You all right?
Will.i.am, Taboo, Apple D.
Apple D.
That's real. I thought you were goofing.
And then there's more vocals listed, but I don't recognize them.
And then those all look like those are just normal people.
And then,
Kim Hill. Oh shit, that's weird.
Look how he spells this stuff, for real.
at APL dot, he's a URL. APL.de.ap.
He had to have like been trying to very quickly like spell Apple, and his autocorrect wasn't working, and that's what he got. And he's like, "Thanks, looks pretty cool. That's what I'm gonna be."
It's my name now. Let's go to the courthouse, Fergie.
So yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that now.
Me neither. I have no idea.
One of our famous Black Eyed Peas tangents.
we were talking about censorship, and then I went into
Yeah.
ashes, and then
That was a good tangent, guys. That one went so deep. We had no fucking clue what was going on.
censorship to Black Eyed Peas.
Because there's, because I'd read on Reddit that all censorship, there aren't really any like big censorship laws. Like everybody can do whatever the fuck they want on television. It's like it's self-regulated, and people do it because of advertisers. Because a lot of advertisers, if you don't satisfy them, if they don't, whatever they're trying to sell doesn't mesh with this demographic, or would turn it off. Like it's basically just to keep advertisers.
Do they have to pay fees or something? Like to?
I know there is standards and practices,
Yeah.
but all standards and practices, there's no regulation for that. So it's just like up to the discretion of whoever happens to be watching it.
It kind of seems like if a kid's show was like being canceled, like what's to stop everyone from just going out and be like, fuck, fuck, fuck. You know what I like? Fucking. Hey kids. You know what fucking is. So I think there's something in place to stop that.
I mean, there are like fines, but I guess if you paid the fines, you could just do whatever the fuck you want.
I like that.
I like
I
to
do
think-
like that.
I mean, there's a 30 Rock about that. Whenever like
Yeah.
Tracy Jordan, like, oh, okay, sure, I'll buy an hour of your TV time. It's gonna be great. I'll sell you my sarcophagi to pay for it.
I like to think that, and this is totally going off your apron on the wall, but McDonald's come to Breaking Bad and it's like, we want to do a commercial, and they're like, no, we want him in his underwear. And McDonald's was like, oh no, we're out. Like, censorship, can't have it.
no underwear.
No, whitey
Didn't you see Malcolm in the Middle? This is kind of Bryan Cranston's thing. No. But, okay. Overall, would you tell people to play this game? If people were looking for, like, something different for an SNES game?
I would. Like under certain conditions.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind a little frustration and you do not mind less than perfect controls, I'd say, yeah, I'd recommend it. I'm actually glad that you told me about this game that I'd never heard of. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was great, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. Barely good.
Barely good.
Kept it at a 6.
But I say, what about you, Mike? It's like you knew nothing coming in about this whatsoever before you sat down and had to play it for an hour and a half.
It was a good 6.
Yeah.
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 I haven't played any of the other games, so it's hard to compare
This
against.
is the only video game you played.
This is better than California Raisins, so it's fine. If you had to play one of the
This
two,
was better than California Raisins.
If I'm comparing against what I've been playing recently, you got this or Fallout 4. It's kind of like,
Ardy Lightfoot.
I mean,
jumping's a little easier in Ardy Lightfoot than it is in Fallout 4.
I don't have to worry about radiation in Ardy Lightfoot. Everyone's already been irradiated.
Yeah, this is what the world turns back into.
I found out I would recommend this game for one giant thing, and that is you can find out what happened to Wart from Super Mario Brothers 2. He took up residence in this world, and he's the final boss, but his lips got bigger. That's pretty much the boss of this game.
Because I
Wart.
was thinking, I didn't think it looked like a toad behind the curtain. I was expecting like a mole with spiky hair.
I don't know what he is, but he looked like Wart. But he had like he had to have been a frog. Had to have been. He's got red lips though. That's a little disconcerting. And he has like frog battle armor on. Like he has got like these segmented plates going down his back. I don't know what they were going for, but he reminded me of Wart.
Okay.
Some kind of hybrid animal.
Do you guys have any achievements for this game?
Maybe.
I've got one.
What you got?
So my achievement is called Little Mac. And that's when the fucking boxing glove hits you in the fucking head and knocks you out.
Because there is a green one, so yeah, absolutely.
Tyler, do you have any achievements?
I have 2.
I need 1 second.
Okay. I have Pigmacophobia, which you get that by never opening a chest in a playthrough. And Pigmacophobia is the fear of sealed boxes or sealed containers. And then Astrophobia, you never collect a star. And Astrophobia is the fear of stars.
I like that. I like the ones that are based on fear. Were you afraid to play this game?
So does Donald Trump. Political slam! I know I'm in the minority here, but like I'm not a big Trump fan. I'll be, if no one else is gonna fucking say it, I'll stand up and be brave and say it. I don't think he's got very good ideas.
I have 3 achievements. The first of which is called Good One Gordy. And in order to unlock Good One Gordy, you just beat this game in Canada. I got another achievement. It's called...
Because Googling Ardy Lightfoot also gave me a lot of hits for Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot. Who I assume was Canadian. Has to be. His name is Gordon.
Yeah.
Seriously. He has to be Canadian. I got another achievement called With Stars in Your Eyes. And in order to achieve that, you have to collect all the stars in the game, including the stars in the minecart level, which will kill you. I saw a guy on YouTube do it. It's possible, but I could not replicate that in the lab.
Yeah, no fucking way.
The third achievement I have, used before, I don't care, is Pocket the Mole. And in order to unlock Pocket the Mole, you just gotta defeat the first boss. That's it.
It's fair, it's good.
And then put them in your pocket.
Pocket the Mole!
I have a return to a segment that we like to call Where Are They Now? If we'd like to do that. Are we interested in doing that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Christopher Titus.
We've never done a game by Titus
Damn
before.
it. Micah, you just ruined a good joke. No, I'm fucking with you. That would have been good. I should have thought of that. So what I want to know is, I want to know where Titus Software is right now. What do you think? Where do you think Titus Software is right now?
I want to say that Titus was bought up. I remember playing other games by Titus before, so I don't think they went defunct. They didn't produce enough bad content.
Okay.
I wager they were bought up, and I'm going to gamble and say by Atlas.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I'm
Micah?
going to say that Titus gave up on video games, opened a Staples, and now has tons of money.
Okay? Alright. Here's what happened. Oh boy. Are you ready for this? In 1998, they stopped making video games and focused exclusively on adult-themed hot sauce. No, they became defunct in 2005.
Diversify your brand.
They went defunct in 2005. They are a French company. Let me tell you this little tidbit of information. Ooh, this is not good. Someone had a bad day. They filed bankruptcy on January 9th, 2005 with $43.8 million in debt.
Wow.
Hey.
That's like some what's his name? That Kingdoms of Amalur: The Reckoning, the baseball player, Kurt Schilling.
Yeah.
Who completely he fucked up on that kind of level.
Yeah,
so.
he did. I know. Let's see. You know what? Just guess something else they publish. Let's think of some really bad games.
I've played Titus games before. God, I can't think of another one I've played.
Think about the game that people say is the worst game of all time.
Uniracers.
Not Uniracers. Close.
People say is what's the worst game of all
I'll
time.
narrow it down for you. N64.
It's the worst N64 game.
Superman
of
64?
all-
Ding 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 ding.
Ah,
Yes, we have a winner.
okay, that makes a little more sense now. Okay.
That's just because they were still using the graphics from the Super Nintendo on the Nintendo 64.
They did a lot of bad games.
That's just because they didn't know how to program.
They did a game that I actually want to play because it looks dumb. Just like Ardy Lightfoot looked dumb. It's called Prehistoric Man.
I've mentioned that before. That's the game Ryan had. That it was like Joe and Mac.
That's the game?
That's the game.
That's the one? I remember you mentioned that.
Prehistoric
I did not
Man.
know it was Prehistoric
That is the
Man.
one.
It's Prehistoric with a K.
Yep.
Is that the sequel to Encino Man starring Brendan Fraser?
Yes, it is.
It is a bad. I mean, I guess it's like because I remember playing it and I didn't like really hate it. They're good at producing like
Yeah.
I mean bad, but
I mean, it's not a licensed game. That should be the motto of the company. It's not a licensed game. It's not based on a movie.
no. Doesn't look like if Andy Capp were a caveman trying to eat what looks like McDonald's food and ice cream cones.
Andy Caveman.
Andy Caveman. Andy Caveman.
That would be amazing if the game had Cave Manning in it.
Caveman. I was hoping someone was going to get a Caveman reference. Guys, where do you think ASCII Corporation is today? They were actually the ones who developed this game.
They're set because they developed ASCII, so they're fine.
Okay.
They're good.
They're producing horrible flight simulators.
Pachinko machines is also kind of always a good. You don't know, like just say they're making pachinko machines.
Apparently they're still around, but no one knows what they do.
Shadow Corporation. Okay.
There's a big long thing about it on
ASCII the C and two I's can form a triangle. Illuminati confirmed.
When I asked you guys this, I didn't expect that the Wikipedia entry would be longer than a paragraph, but it is. So I don't know. They're still around apparently. On September 27th of 2007, Kadokawa Group Holdings announced a merger between subsidiaries MediaWorks and ASCII under the name ASCII MediaWorks. So there you go.
Okay.
They done merged. Tyler.
Yes, they.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a good time, eating some snacks. You know, talking about Gordon Lightfoot a little bit.
Which is the goal in every show.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if Gordon Lightfoot was original Flash. He probably was the first Flash.
You think so?
He is the one who stole Hermes' wings, put them on a hat, and then Gary just found them. He just found them, and then there he is. if you were to give this game a beard, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it Obi-Wan Kenobi's blonde beard from Episode 3.
All right. Okay.
To mirror that, it has a lot. It has all these good elements, and they're put together, but it's just not quite good. The good things you could say about it, but none of it fits together well enough to create something that's quite good that people will really get on board with.
All right. Okay. So George Lucas. George Lucas is the problem with Ardy Lightfoot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm on board. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
A pair of glasses whose lens are state certified.
Okay.
Because apparently a state certification on lenses of eyeglasses is a poor indicator of quality.
So the lenses take a test, and then depending on how well they do,
Apparently,
they get certified?
every state has different requirements for certification. So you don't know what state, how good they're going to be. So
The glasses in that state might be subpar.
the certification, yeah, because they're all different. They vary
You
state
gotta
by
tell me
state.
right now, how's Kentucky?
Didn't check.
How's it?
Don't have a reason.
You have a good friend who wears glasses, and a great supporter of the show who wears glasses. We got two glasses going, man.
A wife that wears glasses.
Come on. Think of us.
And Dave, in the world in which everyone is blind, the one-eyed man is king. So I'm just gonna keep all of you guys fucked up on all these subpar Kentucky sunglasses or eyeglasses.
And now everybody knows. Everybody listening knows you only have one eye.
Yep. I'm actually a cyclops, and you
Yeah.
meticulously Photoshop an extra eye onto my head in every picture.
And still, you treat me with this
This is
disrespect.
disrespect.
I do this for you. This is what you do for me.
Here's a question for everybody, except for me. I want to know how much this game is on Amazon. How much is Ardy Lightfoot on Amazon?
I feel like this game has got to be kind of rare.
All right.
So I'm going to
It's
say...
the only game made by Christopher Titus.
Oh, yeah, it's got that pulp comic seal of approval.
It's the only Arby's sponsored game. So we can come back to the Arby's.
I'm going to say $49.
$49.
$48.99.
$48.99. You not locking that one in?
Nah, you're gonna be a dick.
Okay.
Let's go with $29.64.
Very specific. $29.64. Actual retail value of Ardy Lightfoot for the Super Nintendo, used on Amazon at the time of this recording, is $30. Micah, not only did you guess it, you were so close that you get...
I get to take home the spam.
We can take up all the
You get to
spam.
take them all the spam. You get to try any of these hot chips that you brought for us.
I'll just pour it all into one giant freezer bag and
Crunch
you can
it
take it home.
Crunch it up and snort a line.
Just all the hot chips and the spam, I'll just smush it together inside like you do when you crunch Oreos up for a dirt cake. It's gonna be really good.
Time to bump the spicy rail. Good guess.
It's good job. Good job.
Any new ones?
No, there were no new ones when I looked. So, if you got a new copy of Ardy Lightfoot,
Priceless.
yeah,
Going on that YouTube video you were talking about.
the 15 most expensive games,
games.
yeah.
So,
Oh, by the way, sorry
yes.
to interrupt you.
Uh-huh.
I fucked up. I done goofed on Cool World.
Mhm.
I was corrected. I cannot remember who corrected me on Facebook, but I was also corrected on Twitter. That game is not that expensive. It technically is, because there was a copy of Cool World in the U.S. for as much as I said it was, but it was the most expensive one. And what I usually do is take the least expensive one. So I fucked up on that. That was just an issue of me looking at it too quickly. So Cool World is not that expensive, is what I said.
Well, see, I also fucked up on that episode because I said Brad Pitt was in Dances with Wolves.
You know what?
When I was thinking of Legends of the Fall, which
Yeah.
didn't come out for 2 years after.
Here's the thing on that. When you said that he Dances with Wolves, I was so close to being like, was he in Dances with Wolves? But then I was like, you know what? I didn't see that movie for like, I haven't seen that movie since I was in elementary school.
I've
so
never seen that movie.
you have a better excuse than me then. Because like I was sitting, as you were saying it, I was sitting there like, who did he play in Dances with Wolves? Was there another white guy in that? I don't know.
He's one of the wolves. It's fine.
Can I tell you, I was listening on the way back from Cincinnati today to, I was telling you earlier, I was listening to Monday's episode, and you were doing beards and glasses, and you said Chuck Norris's beard, and then Dave said something about, no, it can't be that good. And in the car, I'm screaming, Steven Seagal! Steven Seagal!
Yeah, that's the same beer, but it's not as good. You're right. You're 100% correct.
That's a mumbly beard, what that is.
God, I would like to try on the show some of that Steven Seagal energy drink that he has.
Did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's some kind of like...
Show notes?
It's like something lightning or something like that, but yeah, it's out there.
It's called Pussy.
Any calls we want to take?
It's up to you. It's up to you, man. How you feeling? You all doped up yet?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah?
I think you tell me. Have I been
You've been okay.
anything okay?
You've been alright.
So we have time to take a few.
You haven't given Phil enough reason to mock you yet. So let's keep this show on roll.
He was clearing out his friends earlier, so you better be careful. He was clearing out those Facebook friends.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit.
dropped me.
Phil Hawkins been doing a purge. I've never done one of those.
A Facebook clearing?
Yep.
I've done a small one, and honestly, it didn't make a difference. And it's one of those things where it's like, I shouldn't have removed that person, especially now when I can just block their post, which I do.
That's
a
pretty
lot.
much what I do. I'll just unfollow people.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Here is our first voicemail. We turn the volume up. This is from 757. Google Translate says, "What's up, Chad Park?" Should be the name of our next show, Chad Park, where we just interview Chads. Every week we interview a new Chad. I have a cousin Chad.
Welcome to this episode of the Chad Park, where we go to various parks and find people named Chad.
We've got the
See
guy
what they're
from
up to.
I love
the
it.
guy from Nickelback this week.
Chad Kroger.
Chad Nickelback. We got a guy named Chad who went to a Nickelback concert. How was it, Chad?
How are you guys doing? Very poorly, Chad. Very poorly.
All right, here we
Who
go.
listens? Our mothers, exclusively.
Nickelback or TADPOG?
Both. My mother loves that photograph. Every time she looks at it, it makes her laugh.
Did I tell you about the guy at work who was trying to give away Nickelback tickets?
Oh,
Oh my god. This guy, like, he was just trying to be nice and just give away tickets, and people were just laughing in his face. Like, he asked me, I thought it was
that's a good goof, man.
I thought it was a joke. He's like, because he was like, hey man, and like I could tell he was already like he had already gotten it and that's why I thought that he was joking, because like when he came up to me, he looked like a dog that had just like been beaten with a newspaper. Because like he came to me with like his head down and he had this like grin on his face, and I was like, okay, what's up with this? He's like, do you want Nickelback tickets? I got 2 tickets that I can't go to, and I lost my mind. He was serious. The concert was great, by the way. We should probably end it because we need to get this up online in 16 minutes.
Yep, sounds good.
So apologies for having no links in the show notes.
So, thanks for coming on, Micah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for bringing all the spam.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas. And all the chips, which were actually very delightful.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. So don't miss the next episode. Probably be all calls. The final all calls. No. Is it all calls or we have one more SNES? I think maybe it's one more SNES.
We're doing an SNES, but I think All Calls is next.
Okay. So yeah, one of those probably. There you go. If you want to help us out, it still helps. We're at 129 reviews last time I checked.
It's pretty good.
I want to go put that next set of 10s. Would be nice. Makes you feel better.
130s? Is that
The
what you're saying?
130s would be nice. So please go to iTunes, subscribe, give the show a 5-star rating, write a review. So in that review, if there's a game you want us to play, a guest host you want on an episode, just write that in there. Or I guess another way to get on the guest host on the show as a guest host is you can trick us.
Yeah.
Trick us like Trixie Lord Micah Purdue over here with what he did earlier, because he just sort of like, I'm supposed to be in the show today. I was like, and then Dave was like, I don't remember doing that, but yeah, that's fine.
You pulled. It's almost more like you pulled the thing that a kid is like, yeah, Mom said it was fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you brought all this awesome stuff, so it's perfect. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. Plus, you're putting numbers on the board. You're top Patreon donor.
That's true.
I'm shooting for
Protected.
Most reviews as well. Not that those shouldn't come from. Yeah.
Most family members that have given you their cell phone. That works.
Yeah.
So whatever you put on that, we promise we will get to that eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. In the meantime, you can always find us on TADPOG.com. That's where you can find the show notes, which will probably have no links. You can find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/TADPOG. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. Thank you all for your comments on there. That is the best way to give us immediate feedback on an episode. You can find us on Twitter. We are at TADPOG_podcast. It's cumbersome. I realize. Thank you to everybody who is retweeting us, especially our episode announcements, because that helps spread the word, and we need that. Because we are not as popular as we want to be. We're probably as popular as we deserve to be.
That's fair.
You can find us on Patreon as well if you'd like. If you enjoyed this and you want to get on the leaderboard with Exalted Lord Micah Purdue, you can do that at patreon.com/tadpog. Even if you throw in like $1 a month, you'll get access to the bonus episodes that we record. We just recorded December's. We're not sure how it is. You let us know.
Because, Patreon chose to psychologically torture us.
Right.
Because we were like, Tadpog Nation responded. We got over 200.
We asked for 200.
Perfect. Loved it. And then Patreon's like, we're going to do it differently now.
Yeah, we're going to show you what you actually pull in and not what people are pledging.
Yeah.
Which stinks because I know that what we're going to pull in is less than what people are pledging. It's more important to me it's a gauge of how much people want to donate. That's what I like. What I'm interested in is how much people want to give, not what we actually give.
Yeah. So, yeah, it went down a good 20.
Yeah, we're like a 183 or something
Yeah.
like that.
So if I'd love to be back to 200.
Yeah, right. So, hey, everybody, do it again, please.
That'd be nice.
You can mail us stuff, right?
Yeah. Nicole's box is always aching for more.
Ever aching.
It's been teased and it's ready for more. So if there's something you want to give us to fill up Nicole's box, please send us.
God, I wish that had slipped out. I'd give fucking anything if that had slipped out. Yeah.
You can send it to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
It's okay. She's not going to listen to it.
You're right, she's not.
But she hasn't mentioned it yet, right?
No, she is not.
She is definitely.
She was over here for 2 hours earlier.
She's definitely not listening. You can also, if you want to call us, you can at 270-883-2555. You can also send us a text And that's how you can be one of the people that gets their calls played on the show.
Sure.
Because we have no barrier to entry unless you're telling a lightsaber story, apparently.
Yep. So Micah, our theme song.
Is Moves by Sycamore Drive
Where can I link to that track we found?
in the show notes at TADPOG.com.
Nailed it.
Got it. So how should we close this out?
I think that Micah should pick,
How would you like to do this?
because he's the guest.
Let's do Bad Spam Mail.
Bad spam.
Bad
mouth.
spam
Yeah,
now.
like you just took a bite of bad spam.
I think I might need some spam.
Okay, I got you.
No, no.
I got you.
I looked at you in like sudden surprise.
I'm pretty sure I could ad-lib this one.
So until next time, tropical traffic
Is
cord.
this meat? Can I tell you a quick story?
Doesn't involve lightsabers.
It involves poop.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'm down.
We've
so
already eaten spam, so sure. Yeah.
whenever again I was listening to today on the way back, and I heard his question
Okay.
about the poop, and you guys were talking about pooping in front of significant others, and it took me a completely different direction. Whenever I was living with my dad, and my bedroom was upstairs, and so you always hear, and everybody's always told me, do not flush a condom down the toilet because it'll mess up the septic system, right?
I got so lucky.
I
Please
did-
go on.
I never, I'm like, yeah, it's bullshit. It's water, this, that, and the other.
It's water,
Water,
you
it's
know?
gonna go somewhere.
It's just an image of Micah shrugging. It's water, you know?
So, this was, I was college, first year of college, yeah, and I mean, every condom, down the toilet. And we come home one night, my brother's room is downstairs. He has a half bath in his room. The condoms had clogged the septic tank to where the shit had come out of its toilet in his room, and I'm not joking.
I was wondering where we were going to get the food.
There was a good 2 inches of just pure shit covering his floor. I mean, he opens his bedroom door and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Hey, cool. I'm gonna go play some SOCOM, and I'll see you later."
You found my condoms.
We can go and grab these and rinse these bad boys out, turn them inside out. It'll be good.
The best part about that entire story is, to this day, and he doesn't listen, and I feel bad because,
Well, that's his problem.
yeah, well, both stories that I've told make me sound like I'm horrible to my brother.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally got that impression, yeah. I mean, yeah, an inch of shit on my floor, nah, that's no big deal.
I mean, no, you're. It's a story about your estranged brother. It's fine.
But he took the blame for the entire thing. Like,
Really?
The landlord come in and he was like, had to replace the septic tank and the whole 9 yards, and he's like, comes to me like years later, and he's like, that was condoms that messed that up. And I'm like, oh, I don't know where they come from. And like, he
What are
took
condoms?
the blame for all of it and cleaned all of it up. And I'm just upstairs like, yeah, I'm gonna play some SOCOM.
I kind of
Just jerk it off in a condom, just throw it behind your shoulder out into the toilet.
Next. I kinda,
Easy cleanup. Flunk.
I was worried that story was going to take like a turn where, Tyler, I know you're familiar with the boss from Symphony of the Night that is just a big ball of corpses.
Mm-hmm.
I kind
The
of thought
Grand
it was,
Falloon.
yeah, so I thought it was going to go that route, but instead of corpses, just condoms.